Greetings. I am LaShondra Little, and I serve as the Vice President of the South Metro Democratic Women's Council. The purpose of our organization is to create awareness and facilitate support for various social issues and programs that are of concern to women in the South Metro and surrounding areas. The South Metro Democratic Women's Council is extending an invitation to all eligible candidates to be interviewed from each city in the South Metro region for the upcoming municipal election. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Trent Williams, who is running for City Council in the City of Fairburn. To get us started, Trent, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, how are you? I had a little noise in the background. I apologize again. I'm actually doing this interview from our center hub and foundation of Fairburn, which is the old train depot here, and it's now home of Casablanca restaurant.
Yes, the best chicken salad.
This is actually where Fairburn started, and Miss Ursula is like a cornerstone of our community. So she's allowing me to do the interview here today.
I said, you might have missed my comment. I said, yes, the best chicken salad. I was just there to get the chicken.
It is. And like I said, she allowed me to come in here today and do the interview. And in the 1850s, this is actually where Fairburn started. And it was only a 600-yard radius from this train depot is how big the city was.
Okay. Well, I guess tell us a little bit about yourself and why you are running for City Council.
Well, I'm Trent Williams. I actually am originally from Fairburn. 50 years ago, I was born at East Point, Georgia, at South Fulton Hospital, and my family lived in Fairburn then. So I've been in Fairburn for at least 50 years now. My brother is a retired police officer with the City of Fairburn for 34 years. Just has retired, and he's currently working over at Landmark. So my family's been part of Fairburn my entire life. One of the reasons in my foundation of running for City Council in Fairburn is, and I tell people my platform is to secure our investment. And I have some people kind of look at me funny and want to know what I mean by securing our investment. But to me, 50 years ago when I moved here, I was invested in Fairburn. I moved away for a little bit as an adult to Noonan and Coweta County. And 5 years ago, I came back and I bought my little league coach's house. And I'm actually living in a house that I played in when I was 5 years old, and hung out all the time at my Fairburn Flames coach. I'm a graduate of Campbell High School, which is now Landmark Christian. In 1989, I played with the Fairburn Flames. I played with the Campbell Bears. In the early 90s, I graduated from the Fulton County Police Academy, and I was actually sponsored by Chief John Cameron, who was the chief of police here in Fairburn. My career started in Palmetto, and then eventually I got hired on with Fairburn. They overlooked their nepotism rule, and I was able to work here, but my brother couldn't supervise me. Okay. But I policed in Fairburn and South Fulton County for about 4 years till I moved on to East Point Police, where I policed for over 10 years, and then eventually went and did contract work in Iraq and Afghanistan. I worked in Iraq and Afghanistan from 2007 to 2013 till I came back home and went to work with a new startup city, kind of like you guys out at the city of South Fulton. I'm currently employed with Brookhaven, City of Brookhaven, Brookhaven Police, and I've been back there now 5 years as a K-9 officer. So I've been in city government for a while, but like I said, I want to secure our future. I'm getting close to retirement. I come home to roost. This is where I'm going to retire. My future started here in Fairburn, and this is where I'm going to end retired. So I want to see Fairburn continue to grow in a positive manner. And also, we still have that small town effect here. We have a beautiful police chief and Chief Stoney Mathis. I'm kind of biased to the police because I am a cop, but when you go to open up a business or you move to an area, I think most of us as adults, we look first and foremost at the crime rate. And if it has a high crime rate, You don't want to raise your family there. You wouldn't want to open up a business there because your patrons don't feel safe. So the police department does a good job of keeping our crime rate down. So to me, as a council person now, what I'd like to do is implement some of the stuff we do in policing, like community policing, and I want to do community counseling. I want to get out to the community. I don't want to be one that sits up, I call it the podium, but sits up on the podium and makes business decisions to run the city. But we had council folks and mayors before it got out, they walked the city. I'm not going to say I'll do it all the time, but if elected council, I have the ability with the communication of the city, and they can blast out an email that I'm going to be in the Pinehurst community or I'm going to be in the Lake Durham community. And you as a citizen, you're more apt to tell me issues that's going on outside your home or in your street than you would come into a public forum. So, you know, I just want to get out and I want to secure that. I want to make sure that we continue to grow. So that is the reason that I'm wanting to run and become a councilman.
And what is outside of growth and safety? What is your what other things are on your platform?
Well, since I've been out is contacting folks and finding out what their concerns are. Because at the end of the day, it's not my concern with what I want for the city of Fairburn. It's what our citizens want. Because what I necessarily might want, you yourself, Ms. Lewis, you might not want that. So one of the concerns that the community has is our absentee property owners. And again, that's going back to value added in our properties, value added in our investments of being here. So, you know, I think, you know, holding folks accountable. If you have a property here, whether it be a rental property or whatever, you know, you need to take pride in it, just like I do, that I live here. And let's keep our properties up. Again, we might have a property owner that's elderly. So it's not beside me to get with the community and let's help that person out. They might need some help. You know, I have a weed eater or something and folks in the community, we can help the community. But to beautify our community is a lot of complaints I'm getting is, you know, people riding through our community, Southfield Parkway, throwing trash out, different thoroughfares. You know, again, as a council person, it's not all about being in City Hall and being on that platform. It's about getting out and helping your fellow citizen. At the end of the day, I am a citizen. I'm a council person, but I am a citizen of Fairburn. And I need to work with all the citizens. Everyone is my brothers and sisters. I'm not just there to make that decision. I'm there to get out. You know, I have no problem rolling my sleeves up and let's get to work. You know, if we have a problem, let's not sit here and gripe about it, but let's try to do something about it. And that's a big thing that I'm running. Instead of sitting here griping about any issue that city might be having, I want to do something about it. I want to be part of the solution. So therefore, I threw my hat in to run for city council.
Well, that is great. Well, as you know, we've been in a pandemic going on 2 years. So if you are elected to this position, are there any legislative priorities or things you would push or advocate for on behalf of, with, I guess, combating the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yesterday, I heard something that was really interesting that the DeKalb County's doing, and they're actually offering financial benefits for folks that's getting the vaccine. I'm a firm believer in the vaccine. You know, some people are, some people are not. That's your belief. I was totally vaccinated with both shots back in February. If they come out with a booster today, I will take the booster shot. I have a friend now that has COVID that had the shot, and their doctor told them that basically shots keeping them out of the ER. And a lot of people that's going in the ER, they're overwhelmed. Like I said, I'm a police officer, and we have people that need to go to the hospital. Well, I know for a fact right now, Grady's on diversion. They're not taking people in. So when you need that help, And I have friends that haven't. I've lost friends that have had COVID. I got friends that have it now, and I mean they're terrified. I'm terrified for them. At this stage, they have it. All they can do is take care of themselves and lots of prayer. But I think maybe, Fairburn and the adjoining cities, City of South Fulton, Union City, Palmetto, maybe we can get with the county, and Fulton County would do something as far as like giving you a reward for getting the shot. I think the Cab County, maybe it was 500. Don't hold me to it. It was a nice little bit of money. And sometimes that encourages folks, you have a lot of people that's out of work. Well, if I do something as simple as go get a shop because I'm riding the fence and I get some money, that could pay my rent that month. Who knows? So if the Cavs doing it, why can't Fulton do it? But, the cities, we need to come together and work together on this problem. But, again, education, vaccination, and, protecting yourself and your family, washing up, masking up when you need to, I noticed Delta Airlines, they're actually adding, charging their employees $200 for not being vaccinated.
I saw that as well.
I seen you're a big Falcons fan.
Oh,
and,
I am.
And we have to give them a big rise up because the Atlanta Falcons are 100% vaccinated.
Yep, and I am a season ticket holder and will be at the games.
And out of the NFL, and you're talking about multi-millionaires, they're all vaccinated. That speaks volume.
It sets a great example.
Right, and you care about your family, your coworker, and everybody. So, like I said, if there's a lot of people out here struggling right now, and if we can give them some kind of benefit for going out and doing that, then I'm all for it. Even if it adds a little bit to my yearly tax. If I have to pay a little bit more to keep somebody alive, then that's what we need to do.
Oh, that's awesome. So, what can residents or constituents look forward to from you that they're not receiving now?
I'd say one would be feedback. Mayor Hurst has been very good to me. Anytime I contact her, she's gotten right back with me. And I like that. I like that example that she's made, at least to me and my family. And I think that would carry over. I have spoke to some of the others, and sometimes, you ask somebody that's in a higher position something, and you kind of get that, I'm going to look into it. Well, the thing is, if I tell you I'm going to look into it, and I've told some of the citizens when I've been out canvassing neighborhoods, if I tell you that I'm going to get back with you, I said, you might not like my response, because at the end of the day, the city council in Fairburn is 6 positions. So it's 6 votes, 6 different votes. If it's a tie, the mayor breaks the tie. So, me alone, I can't do it. But the thing is, if you get with me on something, I will get back with you, without a doubt. I have one lady that I spoke with the other day. She had an issue. I actually passed it along up to the mayor. The mayor's actually going to contact her directly, and I'm going to follow up with her to see if everything was at least looked into. We're not a cure-all. We can't fix everything. But the thing is those that come to you and ask you something, at the end of the day, us as adults, all we want is a response. We just want an answer. Good, bad, or indifferent. At the end of the day, get back with that person and let them know. Like I told folks, I said, it might not be something you want to hear, but I will get back with you. And that's just something I've always been taught throughout my career, and especially when I did military contracting. At the end of the day, those guys, especially in the military, they want a response. They want to know, so I'd say just being in touch. Let's be in touch,
Well, how can people contact you if they're looking for more information, want to get involved with your campaign? How can they find you?
I'm running, basically, it's just pretty much been me. All the signs you see around Fairburn is me. I haven't collected any money up to this point. It's all been me. It's kept simple. I didn't start a Trent Williams for Fairburn.org or nothing. But if somebody wanted to get in touch with me, I'll give them my email and my personal phone number. My email is Trent, A as in Alpha, Williams at AOL.com. A lot of people make fun of me still being old school with AOL, but it works. My personal cell phone is 678-414-1816, 678-414-1816. If I don't answer, just leave a message. If any of the communities or community leaders, I actually met with the Pinehurst community the other day, very informal. Miss Vera over there she told me she wasn't the president, but she's a take charge kind of lady. She asked me would I come out and speak with their community, and basically what I'm telling you today, my platform, my plan, and everything. And we sat in her front yard and practiced social distance. Everybody had their lounge chair, lawn chair, and we sat out there for an hour and a half and discussed what I want to do. But most of all, I want to listen to problems that you may be having, and then that way I can start developing a plan for when elected. Then I know some of the issues I'm facing, and I can go ahead and start developing a plan of action and try to get it in, because like I said, on council, you're working with 5 other people plus the mayor. So 6 council folks total. So if we are having issues, then it's already brought to my attention, and then I can come up with a plan of action. What am I going to do about it? What can I do? At the end of the day, the council folks is a part-time position. You're still an employee of the citizens of Fairburn, and you're actually your own employer. You're supporting yourself because you live here. So yeah, if anybody wants to contact me, best is to reach me by my cell phone, send me a text, call me. I love coming out, meeting with folks face to face if need to be. If not, I'll FaceTime a community group. I'll do whatever it takes to where you can see my face and talk to me. I'm not a politician. Kind of rough. I've always been a cop, and I kind of make a joke that I had a captive audience in it. So now doing this side of the house, I'm developing a lot more respect for our mayor and councils in a lot of the cities. It's definitely a different ball game, and it's a lot to juggle, but I feel 100% confident that over the years, the training and the experience and knowledge that I have in the government work I've done can only benefit the citizens, and we can move forward in a positive manner.
Okay. And before we end, is there anything else that you want to share that you don't think was covered or that they need to know about you?
No, ma'am. I think you did a beautiful job. I really appreciate you contacting me and reaching out, and not only me, but that way everybody can actually see all the candidates. And like I tell everybody, there's 3 seats open. I don't have to be your number 1, but at least let me be in the top 3. And at the end of the day, let's continue to pray for our country and everyone that's that's battling COVID, had COVID, going to get COVID. And most of all, let's pray for the administration we have now at the City of Fairburn, and the ones that's going to be coming in, whether it's me or whoever, that they can. I always pray for the city I work in, that they can lead with God heavy in their heart. Because at the end of the day, if God is in your heart, you're going to do the right thing, whether in the open public or behind closed doors.
I agree. Well, thank you again for taking the time out of your busy schedule to interview with the South Metro Democratic Women's Council. This interview is vital for the people, and it allows the community to get to know you personally and be enlightened about your platform. So best of luck on your campaign, and thank you again.
Thank you for your time. And again, like I said, I'm at the Casablanca. Miss Ursula just opened back up. So she started in Fairburn and she's come back. Beautiful landmark, the train depot. Everybody come out and show her some love and give her some support. They had a very rough time getting in here and had a loss of a family member. And she was nice enough to let me do this interview here today. And I appreciate your time, Miss Little, and hopefully your guys rise up this year.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.